Hello friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate and I don't take it for granted that you are here. My name is Anne, a registered nurse here in Canada. My main goal is to keep you informed by sharing credible information to make your process a lot easier and, if possible, much smoother. Today we are going to go into details step by step on the new registration process for the province of New Brunswick. If you're not aware, the province of New Brunswick just launched its new website with the streamlined registration process for internationally educated nurses. And the main aim is to make it easier for nurses to get their licenses, and more so to attract more nurses applying to the province. For I can tell you for free, there is dire need for nurses across the country, and every province is trying its best to get as many nurses as possible. So before all these changes, probably now 2 years, what used to happen is that you would apply to the NNAS, get your advisory report, which would take you like 1 to 2 years, and then you would apply to the Nurses Association of New Brunswick, and then they will get back to you with 2 options. The first option was for you to challenge NCLEX, and they would give you 2 attempts in 1 year. Once you're successful, you get your license and you're ready to go. The second option was for you to go straight to the bridging program for 1 year and then write your NCLEX, and after that they would register you and give you your license. So far, lots have changed. We are going to find out what is new, what makes it much easier, where to start all the way to finish. And without further ado, let me share my screen with you. So we are here on Google search, and we are going to type in NANB registration and open their website. And this is how the new website looks like, and it's very easy to navigate. And we are going to go direct to the registration drop down list all the way to the international applicants, and we are going to find the 5 zones. And I talked about the zones in my previous video, so if you have not watched, I kindly suggest that you watch that video. I'm going to leave the description, the link into the description box for you. We have all the requirements that we need to follow for the registration, and basically the registration has only 2 steps. And step number 1 is to register with the IEN navigation service. And this service has been created so as to support the international nurses to navigate through the whole entire process, as well as provide financial support for the process. They're going to support you with your NNS application, with your provincial entry to practice competency assessment, the bridging programs available in the province, as well as the provincial regulatory bodies. So that is the step number 1, and that is for everyone, regardless of which country you come from. Step number 2 is to follow the process according to the country where you completed your nursing education, and that's where the 5 zones come from. And what we are going to see is that most of the requirements are similar in all the 5 zones, and I'm just going to try and summarize the similar requirements, and then we're going to go ahead and see the additional requirements for each zone. So to start with, the basic requirements that are needed for every nurse applying to the to this board is the NNS. So you're going to apply to the NNS, and then after your advisory report, which you're going to get within 24 hours, you're going to apply to the NANB, and you can do that on this website here, or you can do it on your NNS account, and then you're going to pay the applicable fees. And the next thing that you're supposed to do is to show the currency of your practice, which basically means it's your nursing experience. So if you have practiced as a registered nurse for more than 25 hours, then you just need to fill in the currency practice affidavit, and I'm just going to show you here shortly how the forms looks like. This is how the form looks like, and it's basically your personal information, your employers, and the rest. So back to the requirements. If you have less than 25 hours, then you'll be required to complete adaptation program. And what that means is that there are some courses that you're supposed to do, and I'm going to show you here in a second. So the adaptation program consists of some mandatory learning and also a clinical experience of 600 hours, which is supposed to be in the province, that is in New Brunswick, with a New Brunswick employer. So the other thing is that if you have not practiced for the last 5 years, then they're going to send you direct to complete a competency assessment, and depending on the outcome, then they are going to refer you to the college to bridge in the gaps or to complete the courses where you need some competencies. So those are the basic similarities for all the 5 zones. So next we are going to look into the additional differences in all the zones. So for zone number 1, they're just supposed to complete the basic requirements and then to demonstrate that they have passed their NCLEX and they are registered with a full license. For zone number 2, in addition to the basic requirements, they are to complete 2 courses, that is professional nursing in Canada and professional communication, and then they are going to be issued with a temporary a permit to practice or to work as a registered nurses, with the condition that they are going to complete the adaptation program and then write their NCLEX. For zone number 3, the only thing they have added is the mandatory courses, the 2 courses, that's the professional nursing in Canada and professional communication, and they are also going to get their TRP and also complete the adaptation program and also their NCLEX within 1 year while working as registered nurses. And for zone number 4, the only additional requirement is that they must complete 4 courses, and that is professional nursing in Canada, professional communication, medication administration, and health assessment. And then they are going to be issued with their TRP and again under condition that they complete their adaptation program and write their NCLEX within 1 year. And with this zone, their adaptation program is a plus. They're supposed to cover a cultural language learning. So for zone number 5, which is the last zone, in addition to the basic requirements, they are going to show proof of language proficiency, and I also talked about that in my previous video, so please make a point of watching that video, and you're going to know the various proofs that you can be able to provide for your language proficiency. For this zone, once they meet the basic requirements, they are going to be referred for competency assessment with the NCAS, that is the Community Assessment Service. And once they complete that, depending on the outcome, they are going either to be referred for NCLEX or for various courses just to bridge the gaps. Other than that, if all the requirements are met for this zone, then they are going to sit for their NCLEX and get their registration. So in summary, the first thing is to register with the IEN navigation service, which is very, very good because you get all the support that you need. And then you're going to follow the process according to the country where you trained. And then number 3 is to complete the courses as deemed best by the regulatory body. And the best thing about the courses is that you can be able to do them while you're still in your home country, because they are online courses. And I assure you, I think the longest course can only take about 45 minutes, but most of them is between 15 and 30 minutes. So it's something, if you're given 2 courses, it's something that cannot take you half an hour or maybe an hour at most. So it's something that you'll be able to do within 1 week at most, or within few days. So those are the few requirements which have been made, of which I think it's very, 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 very easy for foreign trained nurses to navigate through them. And with all the support, then your registration is going to be very easy and very, very smooth. If you have any question or concern, kindly leave a comment on the comment section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. So friends, you have it all there with you. And my best take is about the navigation services which did not exist there before, where you are getting all the support that you need, including financial support. And I believe even the courses that they may give you, they are all covered, so you don't have to worry about the costs. The other thing is that you do not need to write any proficiency test. And now you can be able to practice with a temporary license, which was not there before. One more thing before I forget is about those who have completed the nursing program within the last 5 years. You do not need to show the 1125 hours for your nursing experience. It's to fill in the practice affidavit, and that's all for you. So I think that's all for today. Watch out for our next video. I'll be sharing with you the fastest way to come to Canada.